The Berlin Wall stands as one of the most powerful symbols of the Cold War, representing not just a physical barrier, but also the ideological divide between East and West. Constructed in 1961, the wall was erected by the German Democratic Republic, or East Germany, to prevent its citizens from fleeing to the West. This drastic measure was a response to the growing number of East Germans escaping to West Berlin, seeking freedom and better opportunities. The wall stretched for 96 miles, encircling West Berlin and effectively splitting the city in two. The impact of the Berlin Wall on the Cold War was profound. It became a focal point of tension between the United States and the Soviet Union, embodying the struggle between democracy and communism. The wall not only restricted movement, but also served as a stark reminder of the ideological battle that defined the era. Understanding the division between East and West Berlin is crucial as it highlights the human stories of separation, struggle, and resilience. In this video, we will delve deeper into the history of the Berlin Wall, exploring its construction, the lives it affected, and its eventual fall in 1989. Join us as we uncover the significance of this monumental structure and its lasting impact on global history. To understand the construction of the Berlin Wall, we must first look at the post-World War II division of Germany. After the war, Germany was split into four zones controlled by the Allied powers: the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and the Soviet Union. Tensions quickly escalated, leading to the emergence of two distinct nations in 1949: West Germany, a democratic state aligned with the West, and East Germany, a communist state under the influence of the Soviet Union. This division marked the beginning of the Cold War, a period characterized by political hostility and military tension between the Western powers and the Soviet bloc. Key players in this drama included the East German government, which sought to maintain control over its citizens, and the Soviet Union, which supported its satellite states in Eastern Europe. As the years progressed, East Germany faced significant challenges, including economic struggles and political repression, leading to widespread dissatisfaction among its citizens. One of the most pressing issues was the mass exodus of East Germans to the West. By the early 1960s, thousands were fleeing each month, seeking better living conditions and personal freedoms. This alarming trend posed a threat to the East German regime, ultimately leading to the drastic decision to construct the Berlin Wall in 1961, a move that would forever alter the landscape of Berlin and the lives of its people. On August 13, 1961, the East German government took decisive action to stem the tide of emigration to the West by erecting the Berlin Wall. In the early hours of that Sunday morning, soldiers and workers began constructing barriers using barbed wire and concrete blocks to seal off East Berlin from West Berlin. This sudden move was intended to prevent East Germans from fleeing to the West, and it marked a dramatic escalation in the Cold War tensions. The physical structure of the Berlin Wall was formidable. Initially, it consisted of barbed wire and makeshift barricades, but over time it evolved into a heavily fortified concrete wall that stretched approximately 96 miles. The wall was equipped with guard towers, searchlights, and a death strip that included obstacles designed to deter escape attempts. This imposing structure became a stark symbol of division, separating families and friends overnight. Reactions to the wall were immediate and intense. In East Berlin, many residents were shocked and angered, feeling trapped in a regime that would go to such lengths to control their movements. Conversely, West Berliners expressed disbelief and outrage, rallying in support of their East German counterparts. The wall not only divided a city, but also deepened the emotional and ideological rift between two worlds, setting the stage for decades of conflict and struggle. The Berlin Wall was not just a physical barrier. It became a powerful ideological symbol during the Cold War, representing the stark division between communism and democracy. For many, the wall epitomized the struggle between two opposing political systems, with East Germany embodying the repressive nature of communist rule and West Germany standing as a beacon of freedom and democratic values. This division was not merely geographical, it was a reflection of the broader global conflict between the Soviet Union and the Western powers. For East Germans, the wall was a constant reminder of their oppression. It restricted their freedom of movement and silenced their aspirations for a better life. Families were torn apart, and the daily lives of citizens were heavily monitored by a regime that feared dissent. The wall became a symbol of the lengths to which the East German government would go to maintain control, fostering a sense of hopelessness among many. On the international stage, the Berlin Wall significantly affected relations during the Cold War. It became a focal point for tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union, with both sides using the wall to rally support for their respective ideologies. The wall's existence highlighted the urgency of the Cold War struggle, influencing diplomatic strategies and military posturing throughout the era. Ultimately, it served as a stark reminder of the ideological battles that defined the 20th century. Life in divided Berlin meant experiencing two vastly different realities. In East Berlin, residents faced a life marked by restrictions and limited freedoms. The government controlled nearly every aspect of daily life, from employment to education, and dissent was met with harsh consequences. Opportunities for personal and professional growth were scarce, leading many to feel trapped in a system that stifled ambition and creativity. In contrast, West Berliners enjoyed greater freedoms, access to a vibrant economy, and a rich cultural scene. They could travel freely, express their opinions, and pursue careers without the heavy hand of government oversight. The wall not only divided the city, but also tore families apart. Culturally, the wall had a profound impact on society in Berlin. In East Berlin, art and music were often censored, leading to a stifled creative environment. Meanwhile, West Berlin became a hub for artistic expression, attracting musicians, writers, and thinkers who sought refuge from oppressive regimes. This cultural divide fostered a unique identity for each side, shaping the lives of Berliners in ways that would resonate long after the wall's fall. The fall of the Berlin Wall on November 9, 1989 was the culmination of a series of significant political changes sweeping across Eastern Europe. Throughout the late 1980s, countries like Poland and Hungary began to challenge their communist regimes, leading to a wave of reform movements. The Solidarity movement in Poland, led by Lech Walesa, inspired citizens in East Germany and beyond to demand greater freedoms and democratic reforms. As the Soviet Union under Mikhail Gorbachev adopted policies of glasnost and perestroika, the pressure for change intensified. Public protests in East Germany became increasingly frequent and fervent. Citizens took to the streets, demanding the right to travel freely and express their dissent. The Monday demonstrations in Leipzig drew thousands, showcasing the growing desire for change. Activists and ordinary citizens alike united in their cause for freedom, creating an unstoppable momentum that the East German government could no longer contain. The significance of the wall's fall extended far beyond Germany. It marked the beginning of the end for communist regimes across Eastern Europe, leading to the reunification of Germany and the eventual dissolution of the Soviet Union. The wall's collapse symbolized hope and the triumph of democracy over oppression, inspiring movements for freedom worldwide. It was a pivotal moment in history, reminding us of the enduring human spirit and the universal desire for liberty. The aftermath of the Berlin Wall's fall in 1989 set the stage for the reunification of Germany, officially completed on October 3, 1990. While this historic moment was celebrated as a triumph of freedom, the process of merging East and West Germany was fraught with challenges. One of the most significant hurdles was the economic disparity between the two regions. East Germany had lagged behind in terms of infrastructure and industry, leading to high unemployment rates and social unrest. The West had to invest heavily to modernize the East, creating a complex landscape of economic integration. Culturally, reunification brought both opportunities and tensions. East Germans faced an identity crisis as they navigated the transition from a socialist system to a capitalist society. Many felt a sense of loss for the social safety nets that had existed under communism, while West Germans grappled with the integration of their Eastern counterparts. However, this blending of cultures also led to a rich exchange of ideas, art, and traditions, ultimately enriching the national identity. The legacy of the Berlin Wall continues to shape modern Germany. It serves as a powerful reminder of the struggles for freedom and unity. Today, memorials and educational programs ensure that the lessons of the past are not forgotten, fostering a sense of resilience and commitment to democracy in a united Germany. The wall's fall remains a symbol of hope, illustrating the enduring human spirit in the face of division. In this video, we explored the profound historical significance of the Berlin Wall and its lasting impact on Germany and the world. We began by examining the events leading to its construction in 1961, highlighting the ideological divide between communism and democracy during the Cold War. We discussed the daily lives of people living in East and West Berlin, revealing the stark contrasts in lifestyle, freedom and opportunities. The wall became a powerful symbol of oppression, separating families and shaping cultural identities. As we moved through the timeline, we reflected on the events leading to the wall's fall in 1989, including the public protests and political changes that paved the way for reunification. The aftermath of the wall's collapse brought both challenges and successes as East and West Germany worked to integrate economically and culturally. Today, the legacy of the Berlin Wall serves as a reminder of the importance of freedom and unity. As we conclude, we encourage you to reflect on the lessons learned from this pivotal period in history. The story of the Berlin Wall teaches us about resilience, the human spirit, and the ongoing struggle for liberty. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about history and its relevance today, please subscribe, like, and share this content with others. Thank you for watching.